quick video, if I may. First and foremost, the people that rigged the last year's election, the women in Afghanistan that are being gang raped right now, are very happy that you're not insulted by tweets anymore. Okay? Second, to my fellow Americans and other allies throughout the world who served in Afghanistan, I am sorry that the mission didn't go exactly as planned. Trump did expect one day to get out of Afghanistan somehow, but he most likely would have left some sort of contingency force behind to, even if it was one air base and one special forces unit, to just make sure that things were at least at a manageable level. To the people leaving the embassy now, keep in mind I met Boone in person in 2018, and just be thankful that you're getting out now instead of waiting for Hillary Clinton to return your phone call. Okay, they have planned to burn the embassy to the ground on September 11th, 2021, and be thankful that you have enough notice to get out now. Now, one group of people that we're not talking about are our friends from Vietnam. And I do have family from Vietnam. I have a cousin by blood who was career Air Force, happened to be serving during that period of time. He was explosive on disposal. And I have a cousin by marriage who was in the infantry, who graduated my high school, who volunteered for Vietnam, volunteered for infantry, volunteered for all that shit, volunteered for 2 deployments, got the Bronze Star each time. Okay, remember, for our Afghani friends, this is the first time they've seen Kabul fall. For our Vietnam friends, this is the second time they've seen Kabul fall. And they themselves may have PTSD or flashbacks in the next weeks. Okay? Now, our reputation of the world is absolute shit right now. The mission in Afghanistan was to overthrow the Taliban, but the main mission was to stop Al-Qaeda and get Bin Laden. Bin Laden was killed in Pakistan, and the country remained under U.S. occupation for 10 more years after that. The Taliban want to die for the glory of Allah. Okay? So unlike our American friends and other allied friends throughout the world who actually want to get home to their families, the Taliban, their objective was to die for the glory of Allah and jihad. Okay? And they were more than willing to let their grandchildren fight the war for them. They were more than willing to have multi-generational death and destruction, so long as they won in the end. And in North Vietnam, it was the same exact story. The Allied forces wanted to get home alive, and the opposing forces were more than willing to die for the glory of Ho Chi Minh. It is extremely difficult to kill an enemy that wants to die. That's the bottom line. It is so difficult to kill an enemy that wants to die. Because they're willing to sacrifice themselves to get to you. We had suicide bombers in Vietnam. We had suicide bombers in Afghanistan. Okay? Truth be told, Eric from Iraq Veterans did this one before in an older video. a much older video. He's talking about some of his favorite military surplus rifles. Very, very quick video by himself in the basement. Okay, no elaborate shit like this now. And Eric said Afghanistan is where empires go to die. Britain was in Afghanistan over 100 years ago. Russia was in Afghanistan when I was a baby. The Afghanis, the tribesmen, they are very, very, very fucking fanatical. They can navigate the hills blindfolded. And they are willing to wait and be patient. Now, just because they were this psychotic does not mean that it was a good idea for a former vice president to pull everyone out, including all personnel at the air bases. Okay? Because this withdrawal is a flat-out surrender. Okay? At least if Trump did something, he would have had some contingency force, or something in place where, God forbid, the country can be managed still. Okay? Even one fighter squadron and one team of Red Berets could have at least controlled the situation. What's going to happen now is we're going to have a major refugee crisis, which Pakistan should take care of. We are going to have a major humane crisis of gang rape, beheading, honor killing, and all of the bullshit. The tribes will most likely either fight amongst themselves until one tribe emerges victorious, or maybe some crazy motherfucker will emerge and he'll be so powerful they'll just bow down to him. But Afghanistan is going to be a caliphate probably by the time the video stops. Okay? Al-Qaeda will be returned to Afghanistan for a safe haven very soon. They will be planning major attacks on many allied countries very soon. And just think, we owe it all to a bunch of assholes who hated Donald Trump so much they rigged an election. Okay? And people always wonder, what does the world look like without an American president? Now you know. I had a friend killed in Iraq, not Afghanistan. But I had friends who served in both theaters. I had a cousin, my cousin's a colonel. He served in both theaters. And it really is devastating. I've befriended or followed or in some way broken bread with many people from Afghanistan or Iraq or both who are social media personalities today. Rob O'Neill, Carol Carpenter, Dakota Meyer, Ed Byers, Ty Carter, to name a few. Kirsten Ennis is also one. You might not know her because she didn't do anything like super heroic, but she's famous for being severely wounded in a helicopter crash while serving as a Marine Corps air gunner. So that's her claim to fame. She had to lose a body part, suffered traumatic brain injury. Okay? And I feel terrible. I feel terrible because we had parents who had to bury their children for the stated goal of getting bin Laden, who ended up being in Pakistan once again. But every 5 minutes the mission changed, okay? You could have a guy on deployment for 1 year in Afghanistan and his mission would change every 5 minutes. First we gotta get Al-Qaeda, then we gotta get the Taliban, then we gotta establish a government, then we gotta build schools, then we gotta do this, then we gotta do that, okay? The mission changed every fucking 5 minutes. The goalpost moved every fucking 5 minutes. Okay? World War II, defeat the Axis. Clear and simple. Okay? Korea, keep South Korea democratic. And one of the few living Medal of Honor recipients who was in Korea, Hershey, I forget his fucking Hershey, I forget his fucking last name. Okay, he was a Japanese guy. Okay? This Japanese guy could easily stand next to John Basilone or Eddie Murphy, okay? He killed one fucking people who could take a stick at. Okay? And I saw him in a documentary series on Netflix about the Medal of Honor recipients. And then this series also talked about Ty Carter. This series also talked about, and there were a lot of guys that had their own little episode. Ty Carter had an episode. Right. And this gentleman says that he is satisfied with Korea because when he looks at the map of Korea, that night map of Korea, you see South Korea, all lights are on. North Korea, there are no lights on. Okay? South Korea is a democratic country today. Okay? Vietnam, the stated goal was to stop the flow of communism into South Vietnam. That didn't work out exactly, but yeah. Afghanistan, every day the mission changes. And $1 trillion later, all these guys missing body parts, all these guys got PTSD, okay? All these parents have no children left, okay? Or they lost one child, which is more than enough, okay? And we just fucking surrendered on a silver platter. Okay? We give them everything they wanted. And it's a disgrace, it really is a disgrace. Because we've lost money, we've lost lives, and our reputation is now shit. And the world is worse off because of it. Terrorists, communists, fascists, dictators, they look to the United States for weakness. And any weakness they see is exploited. Okay? Whether it's a downgrade in the US military, whether it's there being no fucking president for the first time since 1789. Okay? They look for that shit. And they exploit it. Okay? A Secretary of State who got her job because her boss didn't want her husband to criticize him. Okay? What was the result of that? An embassy burned, an ambassador died, his aide died, and 2 of his bodyguards died. That was the result of that. Okay? Every time we fuck up in the world, someone pays for it with their life. Okay? Period. And it is disgusting. Okay? It is disgusting. You know, Trump hurt your fucking feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, okay? I don't give a fuck, alright? I'll watch fucking Blazing Saddles right now, okay? I don't give a fuck about your feelings, okay? So because your feelings are hurt by Trump, okay, women gotta be raped. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay? They're burning down schools. They're dragging women out of their work environments, wherever they're working for, where the fuck do you work in Afghanistan? Fucking JCPenney. But they're dragging women out of their workplaces, putting them back in their hijab, and telling them to go back home to their husband. Okay? They're hunting down journalists for beheading. Okay? Rape is now a delivery service in Afghanistan. Yeah, gang rape, yeah. You wanna be gang raped? Go to Afghanistan right now. Okay? They have door-to-door gang rape in Afghanistan free of charge right now. So we're happy. We're happy that Trump's tweets no longer hurt us, okay? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. You're real fucking heroes. You know, yeah, you're real fucking heroes. Alright, I'm getting fucking mad now. Good night.